We plus size, nigga, like Takara Nim, shining like a halogen. So bright, like high beams, headlights of midnight at one of Rhode Island's watchtower site.
What's up, guys? Alright, sorry. So, it turns out VP versus Mouse Sports is actually going to be delayed for another, I think, 4 hours. So, but don't worry, you can stick around as we do have another game coming up right now. Actually, they are almost done with the band pick phase, and it is going to be World Elite versus MSIEvoGT. World Elite representing China, while MSIEvoGT is representing the Philippines. And this is, I believe, their second game, with World Elite taking the first one. And yep, this is going to be for the International 2012 Qualifiers in the Eastern region. And right now, I'm not sure if this is either the loser bracket or the winner's bracket, and I can check right now. That is what I'm doing. It is actually the loser bracket, round 1, so, yep, that's that. So we are pretty much almost all done with the bans and picks right here. Just to go over it, I mean, we don't really have that much time, so I'll just go over the picks right now. We have Leshrac, Enigma, Nature's Prophet, as well as the Brewmaster for the Radiant team, World Elite. And on the Dire EvoGT have Lycanthrope, Earthshaker, Queen of Pain, Broodmother, as well as Ancient Apparition. And the first thing I noticed right now is that a lot of big heroes, like those top tier picks that teams never like to give up, are like making it through in the first round. And actually, Nature's Prophet coming out in the third pick here by World Elite. So I'm actually making it for through the first 2 pick phases by each team, interestingly enough. And now we do have the Storm Spirit pick up here by World Elite as well. So right now, it looks like they have a very aggressive strategy coming out from them. Not just in pushing, but also in team fighting as well as ganking. So it's a bit of an all-rounder strategy here. We have the Leshrac, who is not only very potent in team fights with that Pulse Nova, but he has that Diabolic Edict, which is great for pushing. We have the Enigma, who has those islands, but is also a really great team fighter because he has that Black Hole. Nature's Prophet, who's, just a map-wide ganking presence with that global teleport, and also a great pusher and split pusher with those treants from Nature's Call. And then we have this, Chaos pick with Storm Spirit, who's just going to be rolling in and out of fights, ganking from, TPing into towers and ganking lanes, and just like just like Nature's Prophet, gonna be kind of all around the map most likely, and just putting a lot of pressure on each hero in every lane. And the Brewmaster, who's also like another one of those Chaos picks. Holy crap! Just green dots are lighting up the Dire jungle right now. Brewmaster, yeah, with that Primal Split. So I think we will have to remake. So Posse is coming out. We might see a remake. Good, because I have a little more time to talk. And coming out here from the Dire team, we have the Lycanthrope. Looks like he will be in the jungle here. He has picked up a couple of clarities. And Lycanthrope being another really good split pusher, sort of like Nature's Prophet, except he doesn't have that global presence, but he does have a bit more carry potential, I suppose. And he is a lot harder to kill because of his Wolf Form ultimate. And really, it looks like coming out from the Dire, it looks like it's going to be a bit more of a split-pushing strategy between that Broodmother and that Lycanthrope. But at the same time, they will have a good bit of map-wide pressure between that global ultimate Ice Blast from Ancient Apparition, as well as Queen of Pain. Most likely going to be in that side lane, I believe. She has gone for the Ring of Protection build. And, yeah, most likely going to be, just trying to get up her levels down at bottom, which Earthshaker will help secure. And once she does get around, that level 7 or 8, she can afford to play a bit more aggressive and try to gank around the map along with that Ice Blast, just helping burst down those heroes really quickly and ensure gain some kills. Asian English, thanks Yole. Flamer. And bear with me for a second as I update my social media, just so everyone can know what's happening right now. And alrighty then, all done with that. Do have a little bit of counter wording coming out here from the Nature's Prophet, so it looks like he will be abusing this pull down here at the bottom lane. Going to be looking to deny as much EXP as possible from this Queen of Pain as well as the Earthshaker, and force Earthshaker to move off the lane a little bit here, as you can see with that right click harass, not be able to babysit as effectively as he'd like to. Meanwhile, it looks like it is going to be the solo Brewmaster going against a solo Broodmother. Oh god, that is going to be a pain in the butt. Brewmaster, Broodmother. Alright, hopefully I can keep it clean like that. While the Lycanthrope is in the jungle, like I said before. But he's literally just been walking around the camps looking for neutrals to farm. And he is only going to have this one big camp. And it's going to be the Ursa camp as well. So it's going to be very tough for him to try and get some farm up there in that dire jungle. And, you know, I'm not really sure what they're going to do about this. He's really going to be relying on asking one of his supports to buy at least one pair of sentries so that he can get some kind of farm within the first 6 minutes of the game. And he does not have the option of going down to the Radiant jungle either, just because there is this Enigma in there, and he's farming it up with those Eidolons as well as the Nature's Prophet sort of babysitting down here on that Storm Spirit, and going to have the ability to just move in and out of the Radiant jungle. Whether it's harassing there or harassing the Lycan if he does try and move into the dire jungle. And instead, they're just gonna go for the lane switch. They're gonna look. It looks like it's just going to be Lycanthrope gain babysat by Ancient Apparition here at the mid lane. That, or he's just trying to pick up some early EXP while he waits for the sentries to come out. Not too sure. No, it does look like Ancient Apparition will be left to solo that mid lane, and maybe just gonna rotate down towards the bottom here from Lycanthrope. I'm not really sure what they want to do here, because they have 3 heroes that are so dependent on that solo EXP and farm. I mean, Broodmother up here at the top lane needs those levels, wants to get that spawn spiralings and spin web up so that she can pressure down the lanes by herself. Ancient Apparition wanted that level 6 for his early Ice Blast, so he had some ganking potential, but now it looks like they're just going to split EXP between him and that Queen of Pain, or maybe have the Ancient Apparition move down to the bottom lane and tri-lane with Lycanthrope and Earthshaker, which wouldn't be a bad option. They do have a decent combo there between that Cold Feet, and they should be able to secure Lycan some farm down here at the bottom lane. So Radiant really throwing a monkey wrench into the Dire's plans. And I mean, you know, of course, like, this adjustment is going to be good. They are still going to get that solo EXP and farm on Broodmother and Queen of Pain, which they so desperately need. And they'll still be able to get Lycan some farm as well. But I mean, you know, just messing with a team like that, it's mind games. You know, you just make it difficult for a team that, you know, goes into a game with a specific strategy in mind and force them to completely scrap it and, you know, completely overhaul it and go with something different. So I like this. Kind of introducing a different aspect of Dota here in this game. Not just the mechanical play or the strategic, but the mind game, psychological aspect, if you will. Panda does have a pretty low mana pool here, but you know, it's going to be really hard to harass him off the lane, for one. And he has really good base damage, and he's going for that Drunken Brawler, so the right clicks from the Spiderlings as well as the Broodmother not going to be doing too much damage if they miss, or not going to be doing any damage at all if they miss. And he also has the Stout Shield, so Although he won't be able to really keep that lane from being pushed up too much if he doesn't go for a soul ring, which he actually does end up picking up. So there you go, taking care of his mana problems there. Going to be able to keep the Spiderlings off of his tier 1 tower, as we do actually see a kill go down here at the bottom lane. Nice combo coming out. And like I pointed out, that Cold Feet Earthshaker Fissure combo is just so deadly. And that is a favorite amongst a lot of the Chinese teams. I know DK ran that a few times in a couple Dota 1 games I watched. You know, Chinese teams loving to go that spammy ranged plus Earthshaker dual lane at bottom, in their off lane rather. And as you can see, it worked out really well, picking up the first blood on Storm Spirit right before he hits level 6 as well. So that's gonna you know, kind of stunt his EXP gain and his efficiency or his effectiveness in the early parts of the game. As we might see a kill actually come out here on Brewmaster. No, he is gonna live with just about 30 HP. So I like what this Broodmother is doing as well. When you're going against a hero that is able to, you know, spam up an AoE ability that's going to kill off your Spiderlings, you know, don't bother spawning too many Spiderlings. Instead, pick up that Soul Ring and spam your nuke on the Brewmaster himself. Pressure him out of the lane and force him to go back and regen. So, you know, he takes care of his mana problem here with that Soul Ring, but, you know, he doesn't really have too much mana or HP regen to stay in lane against that Spiderling harass.
Radiant's top tower is under
Meanwhile, we do have a lot of pressure coming out here at bottom lane from the tri-lane of EvoGT, and Fissure is going to go down, but he has hit level 6, so Storm Spirit going to be perfectly fine. Cold Feet not going to latch on there. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain has rotated down towards the bottom lane. Getting a little harass on Nature's Prophet, but he just TPs away literally right across the tree line. Meanwhile, Enigma just farming it up still. Has gone for that extra level of Malefice, so gonna have a bit more ganking potential early on in the game, not opting for that faster farming with maxing out Demonic Conversion. And I think that's a good pickup, because you need as many disables as possible when you're going against heroes like on the Dire team. I mean, between the Broodmother, between the Lycanthrope, between the Queen of Pain, all very mobile heroes. You want that extra disable, because, you know, a little extra damage from the Eidolons leveling up isn't going to be as much as holding them in place and getting even more right clicks on them. So it's about 7.5 minutes into the game, and First Blood did go to the Dire team, so it's a 1 kill advantage for them. And we can take a small peek at the gold advantage, and right now it's sitting just below 1500 gold advantage for the Radiant team. And before I go into any further depth, Black Hole is going to go on this Queen of Pain, and she's going to go down to Black Hole as well as Split Earth combo with the level 4 Lightning Storm doing a lot of damage. We do have the TB coming in from Ancient Apparition, but the support is not going to be there soon enough, and Enigma will be perfectly fine. In fact, they're actually going to turn this one around the Ancient Apparition. Nature's Prophet TBing in, and the Sprout going to help keep him in place. These 3 ranged heroes just doing so much damage with those right clicks. And now we do have Invisible Earthshaker in the middle of these Radiant heroes, but not going to be able to do anything. Meanwhile, at bottom lane, you have a kill going down on the Lycanthrope with Storm Spirit, who was level 7, does have that bottle, extra regen. You know, just rolling in on him. Lycanthrope's still level 5, so doesn't have his ulti just yet. And I missed another kill actually here at the middle lane. Sorry about that, but Leshrac going to go down to Earthshaker as well as Queen of Pain. So again, looking at the gold graph, as it is now 3-2 in favor of the Radiant team, and it was already spiking up, and now we just have a huge jump up to almost 2200 gold advantage for the Radiant team now. And oh, actually, we do have a gank coming up here at the top lane, and the Fissure is going to latch, combine that with the Spawn Spiderling, and the burst is too much for Brewmaster to survive. And yeah, I mean, you can just see from the gold advantage, the warding that they did in the Dire jungle early on in the game. The Radiant really just gimped how much farm the Dire are going to be able to pick up on that Lycanthrope especially. And between all the lane shifting and whatnot, as well as having the jungle to farm themselves between this Nature's Prophet and Enigma, you know, just able to take advantage of how much more farm they have over the Radiant team. And now we do have a TPN coming in from the Brewmaster as the top tier 1 is getting pressured down. And if he's going to be able to do anything, I'm not really sure. He has Primal Split, but it's going to be tough for him to get a solo kill on this Brewmaster. And I think he will definitely need some support up here. And now he does have the Enigma helping him out. Black Hole is on cooldown for more than a minute. So not too sure if they can pick up a kill here. They do not have sentries either on that Enigma, and none on the Brewmaster either. I hate you, Ely. Worst caster world. Make me feel bad. Lycanthrope has picked up that Vlad's, so not too shabby for 10 minutes into the game. That lane switch down towards the bottom lane for him really worked out quite nicely. Able to come out with his Vlad's, and almost has a Medallion of Courage if he wants to go that route. And we'll be able to solo the Roshan, provided that there is no interruption coming out there. We did see an Ice Blast come in towards the middle lane, but that was not going to hit on the Leshrac, and no gank going to come out there. Surprised to see this Leshrac actually going for the Arcane Boots build, but not picking up the Pulse Nova. And I'm surprised because Pulse Nova does a lot of damage early on in the game. You know, even just level 1, 66 damage before magic reduction per second. And I mean, when you have the Arcane Boots, you definitely have the mana pool to sustain it. So not too sure what the thought process is behind that. And also not going for Diabolic Edict past level 1. So not too much pushing power coming out of him by himself, but not too big of a deal as they do have the level 3 Eidolons as well as the level 3 Nature's Call from Nature's Prophet. And now they are just going to transition to push down here at the bottom tier 1, and it looks like the tier 1 is going to go down after the Glyph. Ice Blast is going to hit 2 heroes, or just the Storm Spirit actually. And now we do have a TP coming from Leshrac down towards the mid lane. Are they going to be able to do anything about this one? Lycanthrope does pop his ultimate. Storm Spirit TP and then is going to grab the Queen of Pain, and she's going to go down. Split Earth picking up the kill on that one. And now Lycanthrope is going to be able to get away. 200 HP, but look at that max move speed. He is going to be perfectly fine. Has picked up that Medallion of Courage as well, so might see him run into the Roshan pit with a smoke perhaps after he heals up at base. Vanguard is picked up on Brewmaster, so going to be a little more resilient to that harass coming out of the Broodmother up at the top lane. Ice Blast is going to fly in towards the middle lane. Earthshaker Fissure is going to latch. And yep, Ice Blast is going to hit on the Leshrac, and she is going to go down actually. Sonic Wave, nicely done by Queen of Pain, and she's going to turn this one around on the Enigma as well. Meanwhile, Nature's Prophet uses his ultimate to pick up the kill there on Earthshaker, and Queen of Pain not going to get the kill there as Enigma just TPs out. Now Storm Spirit is hasted up. Cold Feet is not going to latch there, and he should be perfectly fine. A little low on mana, but has another bottle charge, and yep, just going to get away to safety. No, sorry, gonna just fix something real quick. Don't know why this went back. There we go. Perfect. And it is a 1-to-1 tower score right now. Mid lane being taken out for the Radiant team, so they have lost a bit of map control there through that mid lane. Not really gonna be able to see too well where the Dire team is moving around from top to bottom and such. Also losing a bit of their Roshan positioning advantage, you could say, as they do not have this tier 1 tower to TP to and try and contest this Roshan pit, although they do have the bottom tier 1, which is a bit farther, but, you know, is close enough. If you pop the smoke, you should be able to get to that Roshan pit quickly enough. And actually gonna just take the tier 1 tower here at mid, so evening it out a bit here, but Dire do have that positional advantage, as we do miss a kill down here at the bottom lane. Storm Spirit is going to kill off the Ancient Apparition, and sorry, I was watching here at this mid lane, because it did look like a gank was going to go down, but Earthshaker not actually throwing down that fissure to set up for a gank there at the mid lane. Looking at the score, it is 6-4 in favor of the Radiant team, played by World Elite, representing China here at the International 2012 Qualifiers. And 14 minutes of the game. Let's take another look at the gold advantage. 3,000 for the Radiant team. EXP, pretty much the same exact story here. So it really just a huge out farm, and a small, you know, the small kill advantage is nice, but they also have a 1 tower advantage over the Dire team as well. After the taking of that top killing tower, Ice Blast is gonna hit on this Brewmaster. Is he gonna die? No, he should be perfectly fine. Shatter is not gonna get him low enough to instantly kill him. And yep, just gonna stay up here, get some bottle regen going. And maybe gonna try and turn this one. They do have the mechanism on the Enigma, so do have a little bit of teamfight potential there, as well as the black hole being up, so might see something come up here at the top lane, as we do see Nature's Prophet TP in behind the Broodmother, gonna pop the dust, Malefice as well, holding him in place. Last Malefice charge is gonna go off, and Thunderclap gonna be in position there to help take down the Broodmother. So 7-4 now, 3 kill advantage for the Radiant team, and maybe gonna try and go for a push up here at the top lane. They have the Eidolons up, they have the Treants as well, and level 2 Diabolic Edict gonna be doing some good damage. I know they do have their ultimates if they do want to try and fight this one, as we do see a nice Sonic Wave is gonna hit, as well as the Ice Blast. Panda is gonna get the Primal Split, however, right before the Shatter Effect takes him out. Fire Panda doing a lot of damage to this Ancient Apparition, and is he gonna go down? No, as the Panda is just gonna back out. Fire Panda goes down to the tower, and Earth Panda is gonna back out, but now is he gonna be in a little bit of trouble? We do have Earthshaker, has a fissure. I don't know why he's not throwing it down just yet though, but it looks like he is in range. He's gonna hit the fissure. Oh, but he almost blocks off, or yeah, he blocks off the Lycanthrope, and now Lycanthrope on the other side of the fight against the Storm Spirit, as well as Enigma and Nature's Prophet. Queen of Pain is stuck as well. Black Hole is gonna be thrown down just on Queen of Pain, and she's gonna go down. Kill going to Storm Spirit, and now Earthshaker, is he gonna die? I'm not really sure. Nature's Prophet actually picks up kill, and it looks like it was just a negative earn charge on Lycanthrope is gonna take him down. So 2 kills there for only 1 death. And now Earthshaker, is he gonna get dived on here by the Nature's Prophet? He does have the Treants taking it up, taking up those tower hits, but no, it looks like they just want to try and push, as we do see the Ice Blast is going to hit here at the top lane. Yep, gonna hit on the Brewmaster, but Earthshaker Fissure does not latch either. Broodmother is working towards that Orchid Malevolence, is only the recipe away. Not sure how much that costs actually. Should know this. 775, so 30 gold, he will have that Orchid Malevolence, and that is going to be really nice for any ganks he tries to go on pretty much like all the heroes on the Radiant team. I mean, Storm Spirit not going to be able to roll away, Brewmaster not going to be able to use that Primal Split to get away. Leshrac not going to be able to get any DPS off if he does get the silence. Nature's Prophet not going to be able to TP away with his teleport skill. And yep, Orchid Malevolence looks like the right choice here. Take a look at the CS as well as the scores right now. 63 on the Enigma, 99 on the Storm Spirit, 134 on Brewmaster, although that is a bit skewed because he got a lot of those Spiderling kills, and 80 on the Leshrac. So farm is really well distributed across the Radiant team, as we do see Initiation going down here at the bottom lane. Looks like Leshrac is going to take the fall, but not before getting the kill on that Queen of Pain. And Broodmother going to get away safely. Did use that Orchid Malevolence, so it looks like that Orchid really just doing wonders for a little extra DPS on that Leshrac, as we do see an Ancient Apparition going to get the Ice Blast killed there on the Storm Spirit. And now Orchid Malevolence not going to allow the Primal Split coming out from Brewmaster, and it looks like Brewmaster is actually going to go down. A few more right clicks, and yes, Ancient Apparition is going to get the last hit on that one. So it looks like a 3-for-1 across the map in favor of the Radiant, in favor of the Dire team, and Dire team also going to pick up the Tier 1 tower up at top, as well as making Radiant waste their glyph. And thanks, Vitas. Shout out to my son Vitas with X Michelle 8-bit. Oh god. But bottom lane looks like we're gonna get some pressure down here at the tier 2 tower, and this is what I was talking about during the ban pick phase. They have really strong split pushing here between the islands, between the Nature's Prophet, and actually we're gonna see Earthshaker throw on the fissure. A really nice Ice Blast is gonna latch onto both Radiant heroes. TP is gonna come out here from Nature's Prophet, yeah. And Enchanted Totem not going to get the stun there, as we do see Broodmother go down. Pulse Nova doing that AoE damage, even though Broodmother was invis. Remnant being used for the vision up there in the trees. Brewmaster going to get that split. No ultimate on Lycanthrope, and he's going to go down as well. Nice job by Nature's Prophet to TV in there and bring in some extra right-click damage. And a double kill for Leshrac. 2 heroes dead for the Dire team, none for the Radiant. And now they're just gonna run in for that tier 1 tower up at top. And tier 1 tower, or tier 2 tower at bottom was taken as well. So if they get this tier 1 tower, that is going to make this a 4 to 2 tower score in favor of the Radiant team.
Top tower is under attack.
And yeah, Betas, it is annoying, you know. Skills like the Ice Blast or pretty much everything, really. Like, there's that little delay. You see it go out, but it's already hit before it goes out. But hopefully I can get into some of those Western games pretty soon. Shout out to Quanta Gaming. I really want to cast them after this game, or after this match. And it will be a bit smoother when I cast those games. Eoli, typical garbage. Just kidding. Shout out to everyone in the viewers, including Eoli, as we do see Storm Stewart. He is going to go in on this Queen of Pain. He's throwing down the Orchid Malevolence, and it looks like he is going to get the kill there with a couple rolls and right clicks. Nicely done by him. So Orchid really the smart choice here on both teams, as Broodmother as well as the Storm Spirit have picked that up. And I mean, just, you know, want to deny that mobility from those very mobile heroes, such as Queen of Pain, such as Storm Spirit. And yep, it's working out really nicely for both teams here. 20 minutes into the game, 5 kill advantage for the Radiant team. Let's take a look at the gold. Still in the Radiant's advantage. We did have a small drop down here for the in favor of the Dire team, but now it's spiking right back up as they have taken a lot of those outer towers from the Dire team. But maybe gonna see it spike back down a little bit, as we do see Lycanthrope moving into this Roshan pit. And he has a Necro Book level 1 actually, along with the Vlads as well as Medallion of Courage, not picking up any form of boots yet. But now looks like we might see the Radiant find him out here. They don't have any words to see this, but they're all just sitting around the Roshan pit. And wow, they're actually gonna let this one go right by under their noses. Lycanthrope gonna pick up this Aegis of the Immortal, and that's gonna allow him to play a lot more aggressive, whether it's diving past towers to pick up kills with that wolf form, or split pushing aggressively while his team 4v5s. And I actually miss a kill. I don't even know where. Oh, it's down at the bottom lane. And sorry about that. Queen of Pain is gonna go down again. Typical Orchid Malevolence to silence him up, and Storm Spirit gonna roll in. They're gonna find the Lycanthrope here, but they do know he has the Aegis of the Immortal, and not gonna be able to do too much against him. Also, not a very good place to fight, as you know, with this tier 2 tower here at mid, gonna provide a TP center for the Dire to just TP to and help out in case they go for any aggressive dives near their towers. Which is another reason why map control is so very important. Ancient Apparition, what? Oh wow, just barely gonna miss the Storm Spirit there. Oh my god, it looked like it was gonna hit up here at the top lane, but yeah, that delay, man, that delay. And now we might actually have a gank down here at the bottom lane. Brewmaster is gonna go in, getting down the primal, or getting on the Thunderclap. Malefice is gonna keep Lycanthrope in place for a little bit. And yeah, the black hole is actually gonna be popped. They want to get rid of this Aegis of the Immortal really badly. And last right click is gonna do it right there. Aegis is gonna go down. Primal Split is up if they want to keep going on this one. But nope, it doesn't look like they're gonna go for it, as the Thunderclap has missed. And, you know, just a little concerned. Don't really know where the Dire team is. They don't have any aggressive lane wards here at mid or the bottom tier, or at the bottom lane. So I'm not going to be see who's coming in to counter gank, who's TPing in, things like that. So I got to play a little passively. But, you know, nice job by them. Going to take out that Aegis of the Immortal and force Lycanthrope to play a little more aggressive there. But at the same time, they're not going to be able to contest this tier 1 tower down at bottom, as the black hole is down, and that is one of their key teamfight abilities. But who knows, maybe they can still make something happen with that primal split. But no, doesn't have, actually yeah, has mana for it. But it is going to be a 5v2 down here at the bottom lane, and Radiant need to be careful.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Tower does go down, and wow, look at that, Spiderlings with that Howl. Getting plus 12 bonus damage on each one of them. You're gonna do a lot of damage to those towers, especially. And TVs are coming out back from the Dire team, as the Radiant were pressuring the top lane just a bit. Did take that tier 2 tower up at top, and didn't want to give up tier 3 as well. And you're just gonna wait for the Gold Graph to refresh before we take a look at that and just get a sense of you know, what the farm is like and how much gold these towers are exactly giving the Radiant team over the Dire. As right now, there is only that tier 2 tower left at mid. That is the last outer tower left for the Dire team. Meanwhile, for the Radiant, they do still have all 3 tier 2s. $7,500 gold advantage for the Radiant team. And, sorry, hold on. Actually, yeah, we're gonna have a gank up here at the top lane. Lycanthrope is gonna get jumped on here, silenced as well as pulled, and yep, he's gonna go down quite easily. Oh, but we have the Blinken coming from the Earthshaker Echo Slam, as well as the Ice Blast and the Shatter Effect are gonna take down both Stormsphere and Leshrac. So decent 2-for-1 trade coming out here from the Dire team. And hold on, I really need to close my window because there's construction outside, and that is so annoying.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Sorry about that, guys. I already know there is a bit of white noise on my microphone already, and don't need the construction to help out with that one. But yeah, we did see from that last counter gank, Earthshaker does now have his Blink Dagger, so that's gonna really ramp up how much teamfight potential the Dire team has. You do see they are centered around these split pushing, you know, solo pushers such as Broodmother as well as Lycanthrope, and the Earthshaker, Ancient Apparition, and Queen of Pain being the only real AoE on their team. But you know, even though they are kind of outmanned in the AoE teamfight department with heroes by the Radiant, now with the addition of that Blink Dagger, you know, they can really do a lot of damage to the Radiant. Just between the Echo Slam and the Ice Blast and the Sonic Wave combo. Take your shirt off. I don't even know how this started. Everyone thinks I'm like casting with my shirt off or something on NA Dota. Doesn't make sense. And for those of you just tuning in, I will be uploading these VODs of my casting today to my YouTube channel. You can see it. Should be right at the top right, I believe is where it's located. So if you did miss a little bit of this earlier part of the game, feel free to check it out, as we do have a gank coming out here at the mid lane. Orchid Malevolence is going to go. Nice Earthshaker Fissure is going to stop the Stormsphere from getting too many attacks off, but not going to save the life of Queen of Pain, and she does drop the gem, True Sight. Now we do have the TPs coming in, though. But they need to be careful here on the Dire team. They're down a man, and Primal Split as well as the Black Hole is up. But it looks like the Radiant don't want to push their luck on this one. Just going to take what they can get and back out. And now Enigma, just about 20 or 10 gold away from his, actually no, has it now. His BKB is going to be up. No Blink Dagger, so not as much mobility there to hit really big surprise black holes. But he will be able to get it off uninterrupted by any of these Dire heroes. Lycanthrope, meanwhile, down at the bottom lane, taking advantage of the fact that the Radiant want to push up this tier 2 at mid, and going to try and go for the tier 2 down at bottom. Doing the smart thing here. Now Brewmaster, gonna TP down towards bottom. And yeah, Lycanthrope right there single-handedly gonna spare his tier 2 tower any damage at all. Meanwhile, Necrobook level 3 is picked up on the Nature's Prophet, and now that I've said that, let's actually take a look at the items for all the heroes in the game while we have a bit of downtime. Bloodzone is up on the Leshrac. He's gonna be going for that BKB as well, so wants to pump out as much DPS as possible. Without dying too quickly in the fights. Blink Dagger, still the only big item up on the Brewmaster. How much gold does he have? 2,700, so maybe gonna see him go for the Aghanim Scepter. Smoke coming out here from the Dire team. Gem of True Sight, as was the Orchid, and working towards a BKB on the Storm Spirit. BKB is up on the Enigma along with that mechanism. And like I said before, Necrobook level 3 is up on Nature's Prophet. And Dire, Necrobook level 3 on Lycanthrope in addition to that Vlad's as well as Medallion. Blink Dagger on Earthshaker, Mechanism on the Ancient Apparition. Still only the Orchid Malevolence, but only a recipe away from BKB on the Broodmother. And lastly, Force Staff and Ultimate Orb on Queen of Pain, as well as sitting at about 2,000 gold. So it looks like she's going to be going for that Scythe of Eyes, and really that's gonna be key because they do have a lot of BKBs or a lot of BKBs in the making on the Radiant team. So it's gonna be up to her to blink into the fight early on, initiate, and try and BKB one of those BKB carriers before they can get it off. And it's most likely gonna be either Storm Spirit or Enigma. Meanwhile, we do have a roll in from the Storm Spirit, but Queen of Pain just gonna blink away to safety. Looking at the gold ref right now, still sitting around the same, almost 10,000 gold advantage, or maybe like 9,000 I suppose, for the Radiant team. So really just a very consistent out farming, as well as constant pressure, taking out a lot of these towers, and really just want to seal the deal and take that tier 2 at mid, and just secure themselves absolute map control, get as many offensive wards up as possible, and go for some good smoke ganks, and hopefully with the good smoking they can get a pick off. Oh, Lycanthrope denying the haste rune from Leshrac there. But yeah, with a pick off, hopefully transition into tier 3 push. And have complete control over the Roshan pit. As it is going to be up in just about a minute and a half, it looks like. And I think that can be game breaking. If the Radiant can pick that one up, tier 2 tower does go down here, just to the Leshrac, and we do see Storm Spirit actually rolling in on this Lycanthrope, but not going to be able to pick up a kill there. Queen of Pain, the one gain silence, is going to be able to blink away as well, so perfectly fine there for the Dire team. Storm Spirit is completely out of mana, but Leshrac still going in anyway. Primal Split is going to land, or sorry, not Primal Split, god, Thunderclap is going to land on the Lycanthrope, but nothing going to happen there. Ice Blast is going to completely whiff, and both teams just saying, oh, well, back to farming then. 300 gold away from the BKB on the Storm Spirit as well. Leshrac actually taking out like half of his remaining life by killing that Necronomicon warrior. I can imagine himself just saying, worth it, as he goes back to base to heal up. Nature's Prophet taking advantage of his mobility, saw all 5 heroes down at mid, and is just going to TP up towards the Dire jungle, put down this nice offensive ward, and hopefully they will be able to see Lycanthrope or Broodmother, what have you, or maybe even just a support, trying to get some gold, farming up these neutrals, and try and smoke gank them in there. Meanwhile, Roshan has respawned, and it looks like this one's going to go to the Dire team. Nobody really in position from the Radiant, aside from just the Enigma as well as the Brewmaster. And Roshan down to about 1,500 HP. Primal Split is going to go though, and they're going to go in on the Broodmother, but she's going to pop the BKB. Black Hole is going to land on the Lycanthrope as well as the Queen of Pain. And are they going to take him? Yeah, the Lycanthrope is going to go down. Roshan is not yet dead. Echo Slam is going to hit. Big Ice Blast is going to get them very low on the Radiant team. Shatter is going to take out the... actually not going to take out anybody right now. As the Storm Spirit has picked up the Aegis of the Immortal and is going to pick up the kill on the Ancient Apparition and World Elite. 5-0 genocide for them, going 5-0. Wow, not even losing the Aegis there. And yeah, I don't think anybody died for the Radiant. I thought I heard a buyback, but it doesn't even look like that happened. And really, just so deadly. I mean, yeah, it's incredible too. They have the Spiderlings, they had the Medallion along with the Wolves and the Necronomicon Warriors, and they still couldn't finish a Roshan in time, even with a lot of the Radiant team not exactly in the best position to defend. We did see two heroes here, but another 2 here, and somehow Radiant though, taking advantage of that close proximity quarters, or like, you know, that close quarters in that Roshan pit with their huge team fight spells, with you know, Leshrac, Primal Split, and the Black Hole, you know, taking that one 5-0, gonna take out the bottom Rax, and now taking the tier 3 tower at mid, and it looks like it's gonna be Rax's as well at mid lane. Sonic Wave is gonna go, only gonna hit the Storm Spirit as well as a Panda though, and actually Storm Spirit might go down here, pops some BKB with only about 150 HP left, and he actually might just pick up the kill on the Queen of Pain. No, she disjoints the last hit, and she's gonna be perfectly fine. Right click from the Broodmother is gonna pick him up, and Aegis is gonna be used. Actually, Queen of Pain does go down still, and it looks like to the Radiant actually. And now Storm Spirit back to full HP and mana, gonna try and pick up the kill here on the Ancient Apparition, is gonna get it. And now is he gonna pursue anyone else? Earthshaker getting a little low there, but no. Just gonna throw in a Remnant and get the hell out of there. Primal Split is going to be up in about 14 seconds though, so they do have the option to team fight once again if they want to do that. But I think the smart call is to just back up, wait another minute for that black hole, and just take another 5v5 fight. And this is so deadly for the Dire team now. They have naked racks at mid, and they have no racks at bottom, and they're playing against a Nature's Prophet, who's just going to be so annoying, TPing into this already push lane at bottom, where we actually do see Brewmaster about to go down. Just need the last fissure coming out from Earthshaker, and yep, it is gonna get him. But yeah, this lane is gonna naturally push down here at bottom for the Radiant team. So Nature's Prophet, what's he gonna do? TP in towards either top or mid and push that up and put a lot of pressure on the Dire's base. You know, even if the Radiant do lose a couple team fights, it doesn't really matter, I don't think. They have so much mobility to, you know, get back into the fight or, you know, go to another lane split push. Meanwhile, we do see Nature's Prophet gonna get picked off up here at the top lane. Almost picks up the kill on the Queen of Pain, but, you know, not gonna happen as so much DPS coming out from this lycanthrope, who still doesn't have boots. My goodness. I mean, not too necessary since he does have that shapeshift ability, and he does have that BKB as well, but he is gonna get picked off before he can even buy it. The Split Earth as well as the Storm Spirit pull gonna be enough to take him out of commission there.
Told you a storm was coming.
600 damage, worth it. Down at the bottom lane, we do have Enigma. Maybe gonna think about just pushing down this bottom lane, the Midnight Pulse, kill off those spiderlings as well as the creeps. And Broodmother desperately trying to get his team back into the game and put pressure on that bottom lane. But looks like Enigma not going to have any of it. Midnight Pulse going to get thrown down. Yep. Ice Blast is going to land on the Storm Spirit. He's just immediately going to BKB that Shatter Effect. And now it's going to be Broodmother who's going to get turned on. She's going to go down right away. Now Queen of Pain sitting up here in this little ninja location. But it looks like nothing going to come to either team right now. Queen of Pain actually going the Blink Dagger build along with the Force Staff, so incredibly mobile, not even wanting to finish off that Scythe of Eyes. And meanwhile, look at this Nature's Prophet. He has the Necro Book as well as the Treant Sub, and he's going to get this melee Rex down to half HP, maybe even more, and the Dire aren't even responding to this. Maybe they just know that there's nothing they can do and are just going to get ready to call GG, as they are all just sitting in the fountain. Melee Rax goes down at the mid lane. And wow, okay. Just complete lack of response there from the Dire. Storm Spirit is going to jump into the middle of the fight, going to silence up that Queen of Pain, and just to roll back out as he is getting a bit low on HP and mana. Now BKB Lycanthrope is going to try and get some right clicks going on this Leshrac, but he is just so tanky, and he's picked up the Plate Mail as well. So the right clicks from Lycanthrope not going to be doing too much damage as we do see Queen of Pain go down to the Primal Split as well as Storm Spirit. And things are not looking good for the Dire team right now, as Lycanthrope sent up in the air. Shapeshift is going to wear off. Hurl Boulder, stun him. Split Earth going to keep him in place. Getting a little lag here from the Eastern servers, but not going to matter as Lycanthrope inevitably was going to go down and does go down. Refresher Orb is up on World Elite Luo, and good game is called by EvoGT. And it looks like they are going to be the first team to get knocked out of the international 2012 qualifiers in the Eastern Division already. Conference? Not really sure. But yeah, World Elite did win the first game, so that is going to be 2-0 in favor of World Elite. But EvoGT being very good mannered about it, I guess. I don't know, haha, GG, whatever. Called GG, good enough. And yep, GG already called. Nobody has disconnected yet, but it doesn't even matter as the one is gonna go down. Bad mannered black hole, and it looks like there's gonna be another one. Alright, Enigma. And yep, good game to World Elite, so they're going to advance to the second round of the losers bracket in the Eastern Qualifiers. And going up either against Mineski or Ice Gaming, depending on who wins in that matchup, in that bracket, in the losers bracket. So, see how it goes. And just take a look at the endgame stat screen, as I'm sure a lot of people would like to see, just to get a sense for who is involved in the fights, as you can see from the KDA of each hero. Check out the endgame items, and stats, creep kills, what have you. But I gotta say, well played by both teams. In the end, I think it was just a greater amount of mobility coming out from the Radiant team, as well as the lack of reliance on the split pushing strategy that the Dire team ran. Because the problem with split pushers, they're going to be by themselves. They're usually solo pushing as, by themselves, or with another hero that does the same thing. In that case, it could have been both Broodmother and Lycanthrope in one lane. It could have been one of them in both top and one in bottom. But the problem with that is that they're going up against a very mobile lineup of Storm Spirit as well as Nature's Prophet. And, we saw the Blink picked up on the Brewmaster as well. And, Storm Spirit just so good for picking off those split pushers, being able to just roll in on them while they're trying to siege down your outer towers, or while they're trying to siege down your towers. And, Storm Spirit, a very common pickup against these split pushing strategies, and we saw it work out really well here. Storm Spirit also picking up that Orchid Malevolence does really well against Lycanthrope as well as the Queen of Pain. Lycanthrope not going to be able to get that wolf form off and be the unkillable hero he is by gaining that max move speed. And same with Queen of Pain, not going to be able to blink away. So a lot of easy pickoffs there, as we do see the Storm Spirit ending the game 13-3 and 8, being involved with 21 out of the 28 kills for his team. And like I said before, we were gonna during the ban pick phase, we were gonna see a lot of aggression coming out from that Storm Spirit. Just ganking for each lane, whatever hero is there, able to gank it thanks to that Orchid Malevolence. And yep, the pickoff's just too much for the Dire team, and the deal was sealed in that Roshan pit, where they fought in that tiny little concentrated space against, the Primal Split, not able to get away from that. Leshrac pumping out that huge AoE damage. Storm Spirit, obviously just rolling around all over the place. And the Enigma being able to land a really big black hole. So GG to World Elite, and gonna take a short break. Not sure what game I will be casting next, if there is a game up just yet. Not sure. Nothing on Dota TV for either West or East. So I will update my thread on nadota.com. Check that site out if you want to, not just for my stream thread, but, just to check it out. Some nice people there, most of the time at least. And, yep, I hope you guys enjoyed the cast. The VOD, like I said, will be up over at my YouTube, youtube.com/ASRmAttCasting. And, yeah, hope you enjoyed the cast. Gonna end the stream right now, and I will bring it back up if I do go live with another game relatively soon. So take care, and hope you guys can tune into my next cast.